After more than a decade away, RAM is bringing the Dakota back, and it's returning as a body-on-frame midsize truck that's going to make the Tacoma's loyal fan base seriously uncomfortable. If you've been shopping midsize trucks and felt like every option was either too soft for real work or too expensive for what it actually delivers, the Dakota is shaping up to be the truck that finally fills that gap. Most people assume RAM is too late to the party, but what they're building suggests the competition should have hoped RAM stayed away a little longer. Number 7. Comeback of the Legend. There's something different about a nameplate that people actually remember. The Dakota name carries real weight. It was one of the most recognized midsize trucks in America before it was pulled from the market back in 2011. That's over a decade without a RAM badge truck below the 1500, and the segment hasn't exactly been standing still in the meantime. It's grown into one of the most hotly contested spaces in the entire truck market. Tacoma dominates sales charts, Ranger has been reinvented, Colorado is sharper than ever, and yet RAM is stepping back in. Not with a half measure, but with a proper body-on-frame midsizer sitting directly beneath the RAM 1500 in the lineup. This isn't a lifestyle crossover with a small bed slapped on the back. It's a real truck, built from the ground up to compete. And from what's already confirmed, the Dakota is shaping up to be one of the most well-rounded entries this segment has seen in years, but a legend returning means nothing if it can't back up the name with real capability, and that's exactly where the next chapter starts. Number 6. Strong work capabilities. One of the clearest advantages the Dakota is going to carry over several of its rivals comes down to what's underneath, specifically the fact that it's riding on a traditional body-on-frame platform. That distinction matters immediately. Payload capacity is projected to land around 2,200 pounds, while towing is expected to reach roughly 8,000 pounds, figures that place it well ahead of the Tacoma on both counts. But here's why those numbers deserve more than a passing glance. Think about the mid-sized truck buyer who regularly hauls construction materials on weekends or pulls a boat to the lake every summer. With a Tacoma rated at around 1,700 pounds of payload and 6,500 pounds of towing, that buyer is constantly doing the math, loading carefully, making 2 trips when one should be enough, or leaving the heavier trailer at home altogether. The Dakota is going to eliminate that mental calculation entirely. At 2,200 pounds of payload and 8,000 pounds of towing, it's giving mid-size buyers full-size capability without the full-size footprint, and that's a problem it's solving that the Tacoma simply hasn't addressed. Strong capability numbers are a great foundation, but they're only as useful as the engine delivering the power behind them, and the Dakota's powertrain story is one worth sticking around for. Number 5. Capable powertrain. RAM is planning a multi-powertrain strategy for the Dakota right from launch, which means buyers won't be locked into a single option. The base configuration is going to feature the well-known 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 refined over many years, with a strong reputation for durability and smooth power delivery. For those wanting more efficiency alongside performance, a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder is also joining the lineup, bringing a broader power band lower in the rev range, exactly where a loaded truck needs it most. And there's more on the horizon. A plug-in hybrid variant is also in development, expected to arrive sometime after the initial launch as RAM's broader electrification strategy continues to roll out. Consider what a diverse powertrain menu like this actually means for the buyer. Someone who drives mostly highway miles and values long-term running costs is going to gravitate toward the Turbo 4. A contractor who needs a dependable daily workhorse with a proven record will find exactly that in the Pentastar V6. And the buyer who wants to reduce fuel costs on a daily commute while still having full capability on weekends. The plug-in hybrid covers that ground entirely. Most mid-size competitors force a compromise somewhere in the powertrain lineup. The Dakota is being built so that almost no one has to make one. Those are impressive credentials for a standard powertrain range, but if raw performance is what matters most to you, the next chapter is going to be far more interesting. Number 4. High-performance version. RAM isn't just building a capable everyday truck. A Dakota SRT is confirmed, and officials have stated it's going to be the most powerful midsize truck on the market. The exact engine is still officially unconfirmed, but the leading candidate among those following the program closely is the 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-6 in a 510 horsepower configuration. Some speculation has centered on the 392 V8 already found in the Wrangler, but insiders suggest RAM is reaching for something beyond that. The Ford Ranger Raptor, currently the performance benchmark in this segment, is working with 405 horsepower. A 510 horsepower Dakota SRT wouldn't simply match it. It would open up a gap that's difficult to close. Factor in the suspension upgrades, reinforced chassis construction, and aggressive SRT spec appearance package that are expected to accompany the powertrain, and this is shaping up to be something genuinely new for the midsize category. There's a very specific buyer this targets, someone who wants serious performance credentials in a truck that doesn't require a full-size budget or a full-size parking space. A truck that performs like this needs to look the part too, and the next chapter confirms that RAM hasn't left anything on the table there either. Number 3. Elegant look. The midsize truck segment doesn't exactly have a reputation for standout design. Most entries prioritize function and the aesthetics tend to follow. Practical, sturdy, but rarely the kind of thing that stops someone on the street. The Dakota is going to change that conversation. RAM's design language on the full-size 1500 is widely regarded as one of the strongest in the truck market. Clean proportions, a bold front end, bodywork that feels substantial without being excessive. The Dakota is drawing directly from that same playbook. Early looks at the Rebel variant already show an aggressive grille design and what appears to be an S-duct treatment on the hood, details that signal intent from the very first glance. In a segment where the Tacoma leans utilitarian and the Ranger stays conservative, a truck that brings genuine visual presence is going to stand out immediately. Good looks get you onto the short list, but the next reason explains why the Dakota is going to stay there once the road turns to dirt. Number 2. Respectable off-road performance. The foundation of the Dakota's off-road capability isn't grafted on as an option package. It's built into the platform from the start. RAM is constructing this truck on architecture shared with the Jeep Gladiator, a platform that has spent years proving itself in genuinely demanding off-road conditions. Specific off-road variants, including the confirmed Rebel trim, are going to bring lifted suspension, skid plates, all-terrain tires, and locking differentials. Here's what that Gladiator platform actually means for the person who uses their truck beyond the pavement. Anyone who has tried to push a midsize truck into serious terrain knows the difference between a platform engineered for trails and one that was simply styled to suggest it. A compromised foundation doesn't hold up when the going gets steep, and when something breaks far from the nearest town, the repair bill and the stress that come with it are both significant. The Dakota is going into those environments with a platform that was purpose-built for them. That's not a styling decision. It's a structural one that the Gladiator has already validated over years of demanding real-world use for the buyer who actually ventures off-road rather than just planning to. That distinction carries real weight. So does the price, and if everything covered so far sounds like it should cost considerably more than it will, the final chapter is going to be a pleasant confirmation of that. Number 1. Attractive price. Everything covered in this video, the body-on-frame architecture, the work-ready capability figures, the flexible powertrain lineup, the RAM-inspired design, the Gladiator-derived platform, all of it starts at around $35,000. The Tradesman trim opens the range at that figure, with Bighorn following at approximately $38,000, Laramie at around $42,000, and the Rebel trim at roughly $45,000. The Limited tops the standard lineup near $48,000, while the Dakota SRT is expected to start at around $65,000 for those who want the performance flagship. The Tacoma begins closer to $33,000 in base form, but it doesn't bring 2,200 pounds of payload, it doesn't offer the powertrain breadth, and it isn't riding on a platform shared with one of the most trail-capable trucks currently on sale. What the Dakota is offering at these price points is a genuinely difficult value proposition to walk away from. RAM is re-entering this segment with a truck that doesn't ask buyers to accept less in order to spend less. And when it finally reaches dealerships, that combination of price and substance is going to make the decision between a Dakota and a Tacoma far more complicated than it's been in a very long time. The RAM Dakota is coming back with a case that's genuinely hard to argue against, because all of these strengths are arriving at a starting price of around $35,000. In other words, the Dakota is already one of the most complete mid-sized trucks on the market. Of course, the competition won't just sit and do nothing about the new Dakota. They're shaping up for the next year as well, including the next generation Honda Ridgeline you can check out in our next video. It's finally getting a proper bold look, along with the brand new V6-based hybrid powertrain.